Hey Bud Mashers, Stefan here. Got our next workout for you, getting close to that race date, so we gotta really get after it now. So same thing again, we're doing 6 exercises, 45 seconds on, 15 seconds to rest and recover and move on to the next one. 5 rounds, 90-second rest in between those rounds. So the first movement we're gonna do today is what we call a sagittal plane crawl, but we're gonna start this on our elbows or in plank position. So sagittal plane, of course, is anterior or forward and posterior or backwards. So I'm going to get a nice good plank position on my elbows. Make sure my hips are nice and neutral. I don't want too much sag and lower back hyperextension. So I'm going to stay here nice and neutral and I'm going to lift. I want to really work to keep my core nice and neutral that whole time. And I'm going to take 5 or 6 crawls forward and I'm going to go 5 or 6 crawls backwards. Really focusing on keeping those hips neutral. Building that core strength and strength through the shoulders to crawl throughout the entire course. Our second movement is going to be a lateral pull-up crawl. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on one side of this pull-up bar and I'm going to take one arm and move across to the other side and the second arm is going to follow. So what I'm going to do, come on this right side. I'm going to be holding it, really working on my grip strength, shoulder strength. I'm going to move my left arm over. I'm going to control this motion with my core as well. I'm going to move my right arm over. I'm going to go back with my right arm to my left arm and back for 45 seconds, nice and controlled. Alright. Number 3 is going to be a broad jump matrix. So we really want to work on that jumping ability. You're going to have a lot of power throughout this entire race. So what we're going to do is a broad jump matrix. A jump is from 2 feet to 2 feet. By broad jump, I want to go as far and as high as I can. And we're going to do a whole matrix, so of course we're going to do those 3 planes of motion. So we have to go forward. We're not going to go backwards today. We're going to go left, we're going to go right, we're going to rotate left, and we're going to, rotate right and rotate left. So I'm going to get in my athletic stance, feet whatever I'm comfortable with. I'm going to get low to load the system and I'm going to explode out of it. I'm going to do my sagittal plane broad jump. No posterior, but that would be anterior. Then I'm going to go right lateral, far and high as I can. Left lateral, far and high as I can. Then I'm going to rotate right, do a whole 180, and I'm going to rotate left, a whole 180. Really focus on that nice soft landing on those toes to decelerate the motion and build that strength for the legs. Our next motion is just going to be for general strength and conditioning. We're going to do a clean and overhead press. You can do this with a single dumbbell. If you have some sort of sandbag, even better for that non-uniform weight. What I'm going to do is going to have just neutral stance with my feet. I'm going to get a bilateral grip of my weight. So if it's a dumbbell, I'm going to hold it inside or even outside. The sandbell, I'm just going to straight up grip it. I'm going to get a good clean by keeping my back straight, my butt out, chest up, shoulders back. I'm going to clean it to my one side shoulder. From here, I'm going to load the system. I've got my legs and hips flexed. I'm going to extend them, take this over my head, back to that opposite side shoulder, and then bring it down that opposite side. And then repeat the process on the opposite side. Same thing. So I got that for 45 seconds. Next motion, we're going to do a step-up matrix, build strength in those joints to handle all the different stresses that we have. So what we're going to do is a single leg box step-up. I think the best way for us to do that for this mud mash is we're going to load ourselves with some dumbbells and we're going to carry it at our chest. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a common step-up matrix, so I have 3 common steps to do. I've got my sagittal plane anterior, step up, nice and controlled. And now on the way down, don't just let yourself drop like that. I want you again to control the deceleration on that right leg. Then I've got my common frontal plane step up, so that'd be a lateral step up, right leg. And again, control the way down. And finally, we've got our last one, transverse plane common. So I'm going to step up and I'm going to point my toe out. And I'm going to rotate to that right side, step up, and again, control it on the way down. Do 3 of those, repeat it on the left side, and then cycle through that for those 45 seconds. And finally, we're gonna really get some good, we're gonna kind of isolate our core out. Just remember, you need your core for everything, and if you don't have a strong core, this course, you're gonna kill yourself by the end. Put a lot of strain on that lower back. So what we're gonna do, find yourself some sort of band, any machine with cables, and we're just gonna do some good transverse plane rotation of the core. So I'm gonna have a bilateral grip on one side of my body with some sort of handle or band. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep my arms straight, and I'm gonna use my core to rotate my body and bring this across my chest to the opposite side. So I don't want to use my shoulders, I just want to use my core. I'm going to really start the motion through my hips, and I'm going to even allow my opposite side foot to get a good pivot to help facilitate that rotation. So I'm set, I'm going to get a big rotation, keeping that arm straight all the way across. Again, control it on the way back. Powerful across my body, control on the way back. 22 seconds on one side, 22 seconds on the other side. And that's it. Train hard. All right.